We have all of them here on stage. I'm sure you have 100 questions that you want to ask, but we will do very few because we're running out of time. So, quick show of hands, who has a question?
So Salem project, Sterlite, everything. Why? Because last 5 to 6 years, new job creations வரல. வருஷத்துக்கு 5 லட்சம் பேர் இன்ஜினியர்ஸ் வராங்க. எல்லா ப்ராஜெக்ட்டும் வரணும். particularly in the last after our dynamic leader அம்மா இறந்த பிறகு போராட்டங்கள் அது ஒரு ஆர்கனைஸ்டு போராட்டங்கள் மாதிரி ஆயிடுச்சு. மேபி இதுக்கு பின்னாடி அவங்க ஒரு போராட்டம் பண்ணி உண்மையிலே ஸ்டெர்லைட் மேலே சில தப்புகள் இருக்குது. நானே ஒன்று ஒரு ரெயின்போ துண்டு போட்டுட்டு வந்து ஒரு கத்தி நீட்டினா எனக்கு 5 லட்சம் 10 லட்சம்.
தேங்க்ஸ் சார். எனிபடி வாண்ட்ஸ் டு ரெஸ்பாண்ட்?
சார் டெக்னிக்கல் பாயிண்ட் ஸ்டெர்லைட் ஏன் சார் அந்த எஸ்சிபி இடிபிலாம் போடல? எஃப்ளூயன்ட் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் பிளான்ட், சிவே ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் பிளான்ட், இந்த மாதிரி சயின்டிஸ்ட் பொன்ராய் சார் கூட இருக்காரு. அவருக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு டெக்னிக்கல் சொல்யூஷன் கொடுத்தா, ஏன்னா காப்பர் இஸ் நெசசிட்டி ஃபார் ஆல் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியல் ஹப்.
ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ.
Good question. Quick answer, boss. நிறைய இந்த பாருங்க, many of the projects are getting blocked with lack of understanding. Many of them, protests have become an organized industry in Tamil Nadu. In my view, okay, we have all, Chief Minister has gone on record, the largest number of protests, agitations happen in Tamil Nadu. Okay, but they've all happened peacefully without any problem. I want to take this time to just clarify one thing where Kasturi linked Tiananmen Square with Tuticorin. Very unfair. I just wanted to, just say that it's nothing to do with that. In my view, Sterlite issue has many aspects ranging from international conspiracy theories which talk about they don't want India to kind of benefit by a plant of this kind so that imports can keep getting sustained, India becomes dependent. Ranging from international conspiracy theories to NGOs getting funded from others. There was a foreigner who got arrested and things like that. So there are many aspects to this Sterlite issue. Government, in our view, in our wisdom, has tried understanding what the people want and mostly what the country wants. Okay, we've done it this far. Our stance clearly currently is that this plant should not be allowed to function. Okay, but if you see this election, Sterlite is a word which has not been mentioned by any party, whether it's Congress, DMK, or whether it's us, or whether it's even the other two parties there. In my view, because, no, it didn't get, they got a fail partly, but I think in my view, this issue has multiple dimensions to be loosely responded to in a 1-minute question answer. It has multiple dimensions. All that I can assure you is that government is giving its utmost sense of wisdom in terms of handling this issue from a people point of view.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Sir, this is
sorry,
Rajesh.
but I have to respond on this. I ignored the Sterlite issue last time. Myself and 4 other professionals, not politicians, spent a week in Thoothukudi analyzing what happened and why 13 people died. We did eyewitness interviews. And I have to say, first, one, this is not a technology issue. The effluent treatment plant, the sewage treatment plant, all of that exists. This is purely a pollution control board corruption issue that is prevalent across Tamil Nadu. I myself tried to start what you would imagine would be very easy to get consent to establish for in the state, which is a biogas plant. I'm in the biogas business, by the way. And I was asked for a pretty hefty bribe just to get the basic consent for establishment. I didn't go as a politician. I went as a businessman with a couple of other partners. So this corruption of the pollution control board is one of the big reasons. Why 13 people died is complete incompetence. And I'm sorry to say this, but complete incompetence of the government.
பாசிட்டிவ் இந்தியா அந்த நோக்கத்தில் ஏதாவது ஒரு விஷயத்தை எடுத்துக்கிட்டு த்ரூஅவுட் இந்தியா எல்லா அரசியல்வாதிகளும் ஒன்றாக சேர்ந்து ஒரு விஷயத்தை கொண்டு வரதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இருக்கா?
தேங்க்யூ.
10 விஷயங்கள் சொல்லுவாங்க. அடல் பிஹாரி வாஜ்பாய் ஆரம்பிச்ச நேஷனல் ஸ்கில் டெவலப்மெண்ட் மிஷன் 2003ல் அவர் பேசின விஷயத்தை காங்கிரஸும் எடுத்து பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அடுத்து வந்த கவர்மெண்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கு. தமிழ்நாடு கவர்மெண்ட் மாதிரி எல்லா ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட்டும் சூப்பராக பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அதனால தான் இன்றைக்கி இந்த பெரிய டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர்மேஷன் வாட் யூ சி த ஸ்கில் டெவலப்மெண்ட் டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர்மேஷன் இன் இந்தியா இஸ் ஹேப்பனிங் பிகாஸ் அக்ராஸ் பார்ட்டிஸ் there is a consensus on this and this is an achievement which people don't recognize. My humble submission to you, sir, there are at least 10 issues I can talk to you in this stage. It's just that so much of negativity around that we don't even see these continuities. These continuities have happened across parties, across governments, and skill development is only one such example in my view.
65 second top industry in the state has moved 65 plants outside Tamil Nadu. Can the minister answer, please? I am Narsimalu.
You're right, there are some companies which might have located their plant into another location. They always go talk about Saint-Gobain. Saint-Gobain invested 90% of their investments in Tamil Nadu. If 10% of their investment they put in as a manner of balancing their diversity in India, that doesn't become they moved their plant or anything like that. Every one of this issue, this has been discussed in Tamil Nadu legislature many times, and every time we are given enough data to say that Tamil Nadu has grown. There are many units which have come into Tamil Nadu. Global Investors Meet have been successes. And otherwise, we would not be growing at 9.4% GDP when India is growing at lesser than that. Okay, we've consistently grown higher than India's growth rate in GDP in the last 2 years. There are 1 year which was a dip. Before that, we have grown higher than India's growth rate. So rest assured, Tamil Nadu has industrial environment which is next to none. Though some of our nearby states are making noises, a high level of noises, because they are new states, Telangana and Andhra. And in that din, some of our consistent work gets forgotten. So please be rest assured.
Yeah,
Sir,
Mr.
quick
Chairman.
question.
To say
Just why-
something to that because and I can say something on Tamil culture because I'm married in that yeah, 2 states. So 2 things I'd say. One is he's right. The Tamil culture is not very good at marketing. You know, they're good at doing. 9.8% GDP growth versus is much higher than the country's average. So please market it. There is no shame in marketing, you know. And the second thing is, whatever happens on this May 23rd, right, and whatever decisions were discussed, let's be positive and dream bigger. I have had a Tamilian boss because my wife is. So dream bigger. Maybe we'll have Tamilian Prime Minister one day.
So what is the immediate step which is taken to stop the water crisis in Chennai? Immediate step.
Sir,
First,
before that,
5 steps. 5 steps have been outlined. One, of course, please understand, this is not caused by the state government. It's contributed by the rains which have happened in a certain way. Today, to Chennai, 2 desalination plants are supplying now. Now the third one is getting commissioned very soon, and within the next 6 months it's getting commissioned. Now Chennai's water problem largely was a creation of Veeranam not happening fast enough, and Telugu Ganga was a kind of a savior for us at that point in time. The inflows have reduced from there. There are 2 main water bodies. That's one in my constituency, Ainambakam, another Korattur. Both have been converted into drinking water lakes. There have been pollution issues. We've been struggling with that. But added to the 6 current supplying tanks, we have added 2 more now. So you would rest assured, of course, the borewell menace is continuing unabated in the suburbs of Chennai. We are dealing with that. CM has given a 2-page statement yesterday on specifically Chennai, how we are going to deal with it. Rest assured, Mr. Stalin's dream of this creating a major mess will not happen, and another dream of 23rd changing will also not happen. You can rest assured. Thanks.
As a woman entrepreneur in Chennai, we're talking about Tamil Nadu growth, which is very nice, but I want to know what are the 2 takeaways you have for me as a woman entrepreneur to reach India level and be a woman leader in the world. So what are your 2 takeaways for me?
Quick one is NEEDS. NEEDS is the only scheme anywhere in India, new enterprise entrepreneurship development scheme. We give you 5 crores and Tamil Nadu searches for 1,000 entrepreneurs every year. We've been able to do only about 700 to 750 every year. And this has been revised from 1 crore to 5 crores now. 25% of it is subsidy. So enough amount of ambience building we are doing for entrepreneurship in Tamil Nadu.
It's not
Thank
in
you.
terms of investments. I know, I'm talking in terms of what is the positive spectrum you're showing me as a woman entrepreneur and as a leader for tomorrow at a global platform, at an India platform is what I want to know.
Yeah, two things. I said, in terms of providing you market linkages, Tamil Nadu is one of the few states which have been successful in terms of getting the public sector to buy from the new startups and SMEs. We've done good work in terms of those things. If today we are not yet the startup capital, but we are the 2nd best startup environment in India, after of course Bangalore. It is because of some of these things. We are the first state to set up a venture capital for women. The biotech, M.S. Swaminathan Biotech Venture Capital was set up by us. We have set up Amma Venture Capital. We've been able to do many of these in terms of getting you to be world-class entrepreneurs. We are the first state to hire Harvard University to do a study on competitive advantage for MSMEs in Tamil Nadu. 12 sectors we've identified. It's not only the traditional auto components and other traditional sectors. The sunrise sectors are part of it. The TIE and institutions like Native Lead Foundation, there are many of them who are sitting right in this room who've been doing phenomenal work. Government has been supporting each one of them. Thank you.
Why can't we have a special parliament session for farmers and agriculture issues? Why can't we discuss on that? Why? Because as we all say that agriculture is the backbone of India, but why can't we have a special parliament session for farmers' issues and agriculture as a whole in central? I'm not talking about any government. As a whole, why can't we have
Thank
it?
you, thank you.
Why can't we solve the issues?
You can have it, but without வெளிநடப்பு.
So we have actually talked about a farmer's budget in our manifesto as well, but I'm not going to go into that. I'm just saying that great idea, we'll all support it.
Thank you.
Yeah, number 2 industry group in Tamil Nadu shifted 65% of their business outside Tamil Nadu because of political interference. This the chairman told in so many ways. So this is Murugappa Group. Okay? So there is a problem. KPR sir is my role model.
This is not fair. Murugappa Group has just declared its results. 37,000 crores they earned. Out of that, 85% of it comes from Tamil Nadu. Okay, so please, if they have chosen to put some plants outside Tamil Nadu, it is not because of political interference. Okay, you know that very well. Murugappa Group just declared their results. Look at Hindu yesterday, 37,000 crores is what their revenue has been. And their growth has been, in the last 5-6 years, exponential. And mark my words, 85% of the units are in Tamil Nadu. Okay.